Hello ladies and gentlemen, and the Bethesda Conference is now over. I certainly give them one thing, they certainly know how to manage a crowd. They certainly spent a lot of time getting the hype train going, which is something I don't really like doing. Yeah, their opening was definitely something that shows they know how to work a crowd, because their opening was a montage basically about all the games they've released for the previous two consoles. Well, it certainly shows that how well respected they are. They've got a lot of games under the belt, and they've reliably put out very good games. So it's always very impressive to actually see a company that reliably puts out this sort of good stuff. And with that, they instantly led straight into Doom. Lots of gameplay stuff with Doom. They showed off quite a lot of the guns. They're going back to the original style of Doom, where you can carry all of the guns all of the time. Basically, no reloading. I think the reload specials, like missiles for the mini missiles for the SMG, for the LMG, and the super shotgun, the twin barrel, is back. And yeah, so they showed off a lot of guns. It was the regular shotgun, the super shotgun, the LMG, very laser machine gunny thing, chainsaw, the BFG got a little bit, but yeah, actually on that with the chainsaw, the audience was going and going when all the gore, and especially when the chainsaw got ripped out and they started cutting people in half with the chainsaw. Everyone was going, it's like, what the fuck did you expect? It's Doom. It's friggin' Doom. Although it certainly seems like they've taken a lot of stuff from Brutal Doom, because there are now finishes as well. You can rip out heads and eyes and smash faces and rip people in half and all that sort of stuff. I'm not entirely sure how big the catalogue for it was, because they started using them over and over again. I think they might have been overusing the finishes because they go into the sort of the wounded state, and parts of them begin to glow, and you can rip bits off. But it also seems like the aliens do, or the demons do, finishes on you as well when they kill you. So it's something, because they had can't remember the name of the demon, but they had it ripping off your limbs when they killed him. So that's that. They showed off the multiplayer, which very little of that sort of the multiplayer. It seems fast paced like the single player stuff is, but there's extra things, like there's a power up which is, I'm basically calling possession, where you get possessed by the demons and then fuck shit up and blah blah blah, which is good. And then there's the Doom Snap Map, which is basically a map builder. They have a map builder, which is itself quite impressive. They actually have a map builder, which is certainly one of the things that's, well, as soon as they announced that, I just went, well, we're actually trying to get into the community support, so mods are going to be easy to do. They showed a lot of stuff for it. Really don't know if I'm getting the mic. But yeah, they definitely showed a lot of stuff for it, because they showed a lot of the guns, the fast pace of the combat, the mostly the style of the multiplayer. It was just a video, so not actual gameplay. They showed a bit of hell, which is less lava and fire and brimstone, and more, as I put it, a cross between Fallout and Metro. So we want hell to be fire and brimstone, and it's more dirt, grey, dusty, more. But yeah, that seems fantastic, and it's coming out spring 2016 for PS4, Xbox One, and PC, which is alright. Then they showed off Bethesda Net, which I basically just called Battle.net. Just Bethesda's version of Battle.net. It's basically Battle.net but for Bethesda. They showed off Battlecry very briefly. They showed up a new group. Then they actually opened up to World War Alpha rather than just the Australians, which is good. Actually getting to play the bloody thing, that would be not bad. Yes, and then the leaked announcement turned out to be true. There is Dishonored 2. Which is good. Dishonored was good. I like Dishonored. The one bollocky thing about Dishonored 2 was the fact that it had multiple endings. Just don't have that, please. Don't have that, because that was stupid. Just... No. No, it's stupid. You can have us play how we want, just don't have multiple endings, because multiple endings is stupid. Yeah. Because one thing that I hope that they don't have multiple endings, because there are now, you can play as two characters. You can play as Corvo from the first one, or Emily Coldwin. Can't barely read my spelling. Emily Coldwin, so that you can be a lady assassin, which is alright. Seemed pretty good. It's still got the same style and the same way of doing things as before, so it's Dishonored, but Dishonored 2. And then they announced Dishonored 2 Definitive Edition coming out in the fall, which is just Dishonored 1 but remastered. They had Elder Scrolls Online, and then finished talking about it. There's not really much to say about Elder Scrolls Online, but they announced Elder Scrolls Legends, or as I put it, Elder Scrolls Hearthstone. They really want to have that Hearthstone card money, innit? Yes, so they're doing a card game, card online thing, mobile thing for apps and tablets and blah blah blah, which is basically just Hearthstone but with Elder Scrolls. All they did was say it's a strategy card game with the Elder Scrolls. That's it. Nothing else. No pictures, no nothing. So that. And then came Fallout. A lot of stuff came out for Fallout, bloody hell. They showed off the beginning. Well, let's get the straight information out of the way. Yes, it is in Boston. Your character you start off before the bomb hits. You survive, is the only survivor of Vault 111. 200 years later, for some reason, I'm calling cryogenics. You wake up 200 years later, blah 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 blah. It's basically the same. You got VATS, which I'm glad is back. You don't have a dog, which is alright. Everyone seems to go mad for it. I don't care. Yeah, they had 2 sections for it. The big things for the Fallout series was that the game is very driven by player choice and player action. So you can roam the world and do whatever you want, but it's sort of the actions of people around you, and you can do basically anything to anyone else. It's like you can stop mid-conversation, shoot them in the face, is one example they ended up giving, which is... it's good. So there's that, which is nice. It's dynamic. Which was alright. They had a couple of lines about the graphics. They said, look at all this volumetric lighting. I just thought, sorry, I don't get a hard on for volumetric lighting. I don't care. It's something I'll get and then turn off immediately. I do not care. And there's another thing, or the last thing they were gone on about, was the sheer customization of the whole thing. Because you can customize your little home area rather than just a base. You can build your own town. Yeah, you can build your own town, and if you can attract other survivors to come along, and you end up getting more things and lots of micromanaging, buildy things. But on top of that, you can basically take apart the entire city, rebuild it, but then you can also use the items you get from that into crafting. There's lots of crafting, which is okay, which is good. There's something like 700 different mods. So I'm guessing there's going to be thousands of different combinations. You can change a laser pistol into a highly sighted laser rifle or something. It's loads of mods, which is always good. As for the other Fallout stuff, they had lots of Fallout stuff. They're really going for the franchise. There's an app game called Fallout Shelter, which is just a vault management thing, sort of in the style of XCOM. It's an app game. But what's good about it is that there's no paywalls, no timers, you can play it offline. The only thing you can buy, well, you can buy microtransaction stuff, but that's just cosmetic stuff and items rather than things like actual buildings and stuff you have to build and things like that. That's just done instantly, which is great. It seems fantastic, and it's out now. It's out right now, which is good. I think I might try that at some point when I get the chance. See if I can actually try and get some recording of it. That would be pretty good if I can. Yeah. And then there's another thing that they had, which is the Pip-Boy app, where you can have basically a Pip-Boy thing on your smartphone. And there's a collector's edition, or the Pip-Boy edition, where you can have a Pip-Boy, the modernised Pip-Boy thing, and have it on your wrist, and stick your phone in it, and you have a Pip-Boy on your wrist. That's it. I stopped caring after a while. As soon as they spent about 10-15 minutes talking about, oh look, we built a Pip-Boy, and it's like, you haven't really met cosplayers, have you? They've built this ages ago. They built this stuff ages ago. It's bizarre, but you can stick your phone in it and have it as an app. Why? Because it's a thing. It's entirely cosmetic. It doesn't. I don't think it has any connection with the game or with your game. If it does, I'll be bloody impressed. I'd be bloody impressed if there was an offline mode. If there was an offline mode, bloody hell. So I'm guessing it's probably going to be entirely cosmetic. It's just something you fiddle with. Yes, but the big, ginormous news about Fallout was that it's coming out November 10th this year. It's a game that is bewilderingly huge, and something that I'm probably going to, if I get, I am going to be spending years on it. I think for me, it ends up being the sort of game that ends up being a really big pain in the arse, because I like doing everything and seeing everything, but in something like this, which is so expansive, you can't. Even with Fallout New Vegas, I had to play it through at least twice, just because of some of the options, just because of some of the stat options, is that you have to play it twice. So, yeah, that was okay. It's. If I seem rather dishevelled, then it's because it's 4:30, well, going 5 o'clock in the morning. Yay! I still have to edit this video and put it up. Yay! I think the one last hurrah is the fact that they gave out free set of figures to all of the attendees, and they have a few sets they're going to give out during the post-show and stuff like that. Yeah, I think that was it. I'll probably do something slightly more. I'll go into the actual details and things like that and the write-up. It's very impressive. And they really did spend pretty much all of the time talking about just Doom and Fallout 4. That was pretty much it. Because the Elder Scrolls Online, basically just a video, that was it. Same with Dishonored 2. It's basically pretty much all of it, like an hour. They spent well over an hour just talking about Fallout. Which is not bad. Fallout 4 seems fucking amazing. It's going to be a game that's probably going to be on the lists of game of the decade. It's bloody hell. It is huge. The sheer amount of stuff that's in that game is bewildering. So, it'll be very interesting to see. It's the fact that and partly is the fact that it's this game that has so much stuff and that is so massive, and it's coming out in November. I think no one's going to be getting Black Ops now. Black Ops is going to get killed again in the in the buying rankings again, because everyone's going to be buying Fallout 4. I bet Activision are now pissed. Activision probably now are pissed. I think Ubisoft are going to be pissed as well. Yeah, because Assassin's Creed Syndicate comes out in November as well. Yeah. It certainly shows that the system of just having 1 month where all the stuff comes out is kind of bollocks. Bollocks! So, to end all of this, and so I can edit the video and go to bed, is that this game is it was a very good conference. They definitely know how to manage a crowd, and it's the sheer the quality of the games they're going to be coming out with, at least their big name titles, is astounding. The next 2 years for them is going to be great. It's going to be wow. It's yeah.